intros, live fast, die on set, my hit stone. Stop been grown. You ain't getting money, been Frank in the friend zone. I ain't never switched up on the family. I be talking to Ned at me. Gotta watch my wrist, that's classy. I'm a dog to a she nasty. And I'm about she me. My mama proud she had me. Can't let nobody surpass me.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it is the opener of the 2024 NFL season, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Riley Dixon has the ball on the tee, ready to get us started. And off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ritter fires quickly out wide, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Ready.
Ritter now. This one complete to Scott Miller. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 37 yards. And the Falcons are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
From his end zone, here's Traymon Smith. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 17-yard line. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 23, here's a 2nd down and 4. Now it's Wilson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Lorenzo Carter buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Back to throw. Wilson. Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked up by Troy Anderson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Baron Browning charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
26-yard line.
Ready.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Ready.
Ritter to throw it. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now. Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. But they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Set.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Give him 32 on the play.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support.
Ready.
But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Ready.
Here's Ritter. And it's caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people out there.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal.
Ready.
Ritter going to keep it. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. They already had the early lead in they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
1-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Broncos.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They give it to Williams, running right. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. 17-0 our score after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. This 2nd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. Looking to throw. Galloway. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Well, another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ritter. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 37 yards.
And what a call, because they ran a triple out route. 3 guys running out routes at varying depths. And then they let an inside receiver try and sneak free and run deeper downfield than he does. And the defense out of sorts here, and it turns into a big play.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Watch out now, 50 Fury.
Looking to throw it here, Ritter. touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
He'll air this one out for Mims, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Take it at the 37. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
By the Broncos. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
On 1st down, Galloway. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Back to throw. Galloway. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Back to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. He'll return it from the 6. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now Ritter to throw on first down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Hey, Green. Ready?
Ritter back to throw. Slant route to Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Cycle. Fight. White. Set.
On first down, Ritter. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw taken in by Miller. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Black ultra. Yellow. Zoom. Black shot. Ready.
Ritter will set up to throw it. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. He's brought down, and remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Gain of 22 yards. First down, Broncos.
Throwing on first down, Galloway. This one swung out to Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Broncos first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Short throw caught by Dulcich. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. To throw on second down, Galloway. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. Down the left sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They're trying to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
He's got space past the 25 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
A gain of 14. And the Broncos first down.
On first and 10, Galloway. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw. Galloway. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Now they go for it on fourth down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Ridder and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Really held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Ridder completes this quickly. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
3rd and less than a yard.
On play action, here's Ridder. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. He hit his first, this one from 38. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw. Galloway. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Robinson with another carry. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson, 52 yards. And the Falcons are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And quickly, they get to the line. On 3rd down, Galloway. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a contra, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Troy Anderson. And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. But my goodness, CD, I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ready.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Set.
That is caught. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational.
Okay,
but one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Set. Cut.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Robinson will try to pick it up. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
34-yard attempt.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one to the post, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Richie Grant. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.